Hey guys, it's Harriet and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am going to be doing a medal collection, and this was actually requested by a viewer called Chantal. Hello if you're watching. And she commented on one of my previous videos saying, hey, can you do a medal collection? So I was like, cool, let's do it. I have collected all of my medals together and I am just going to show each one to you and give you a bit of a background on the races in which I got them for. So I'm going to go in chronological order, and first up is my first ever race, which was a half marathon in Birmingham in 2013, and I got this medal for it. It says on it, 2013 Bupa Great Run, be part of it, greatrun.org, finisher 2013. So although this is quite a small one, I am so proud of it because it is my first ever finishers medal. After I ran the Birmingham half marathon in 2013, I entered the Paris marathon for 2014, which was a massive jump and it scared the crap out of me, I'm going to be honest. But I ended up finishing it and I got this medal here. So I framed it because it is obviously very special. From the moment I saw this medal I was absolutely obsessed with it. I love how shiny it is and it's just gorgeous, and the green and gold combination is amazing. I love it. Obviously for my first marathon this is a medal that I am very, very proud of, and I've put it in a frame as a keepsake so that it can be on my wall forever. After the Paris marathon in 2014 I kept on running throughout that year, and once again I entered the Birmingham half marathon. So I've got this medal here which is Birmingham half marathon 2014 finisher. And again, it's very similar to the 2013 one, they make a good pair. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this race, it's a good fun one and it's quite close to where I live as well, so it's very handy. After that I had started my Paris marathon training for 2015, and I decided that it would be a good idea as part of my training to do some half marathons. So first of all I entered the Brighton half marathon in February 2015, and this, I've got to say, was one of my favourite half marathons I've ever done to this day. And I actually ran it for the homelessness charity shelter. When I finished, I got this medal here, which is huge. Like, this is my hand, this is the medal, like, it's not far off. And I just love that it's pink and the ribbon is purple. This is on a Vitality Brighton half marathon 25th anniversary race. So I love how big this is. It's probably because it's an anniversary medal. I've also got my time on the back of this one. It was 1 hour 46 minutes and 36 seconds. That is still my personal best time. If you're looking for a fast, flat race, the Brighton half marathon is definitely the one to do. The one for 2016 has already finished 4 entries, but if you want to run for charity, I think you can still manage to do that. The weekend after Brighton, I went to Bath to run the half marathon there, and I got this medal here from that. And I ran that one in 1 hour 57 minutes and 1 second because I was absolutely exhausted from the week before and my body was sort of going, what on earth are you doing to me? But I was really pleased to get this medal. I think it's really cute, and it just says Bath Half Marathon 1st of March 2015 half marathon finisher. So now that my half marathons were done for the beginning of the year, it was marathon time again. And I popped off to Paris with my mum again to run the Paris marathon for the second time, and I got this medal here, which I have also framed because I am super proud of it. But if you want to see how I've framed it, I've done that in a previous video which I will link below. I love this medal again just as much as the first one that I got. It's green and gold again because Schneider Electric sponsored the marathon and they're green. Got this sort of gold hexagons on it. It almost reminds me of like beehive. I just love how that they're all slightly angled so that it sparkles. It's such a good day, it was awesome, and as you can see in the photo, I had the time of my life. So 2015 continued to be a very busy year for me, and the week after the marathon I did my first mud run, which was the Monster Mud Run. It's a series that they do, I think they've got 2 a year, and from that I got this medal here. So that was a 10-kilometer run through the bush and the mud, through lots of obstacles and stuff. It was the first obstacle race I had done, and I had a really good time, although it was really cold and going into the water at points was not the most comfortable, and my body was still not recovered from the marathon. In May 2015 my mum and I had decided to run the Hackney half marathon, which was the 2nd annual half marathon that they run there, and this is the medal from it here. The colours are really cool on this one and it's really big as well. I love a good chunky medal. So my mum and I decided to run this one together. Our bodies were still sort of recovering from the Paris marathon and we hadn't done that much running, but it was just something for a bit of fun and to keep our bodies moving. So we ran this one together in about 2.5 hours, I think. After the Hackney half marathon in May, I decided to give my body a little bit of a break for the summer and focus on doing different workouts other than running. But in September I got back into it and I ran the Cheltenham half marathon. And this is the medal for it here. So it's just this cool blue and silver design with people running on it. The cool thing about the Cheltenham half marathon is that you do the second half on the race course, which is not the most flat, but it is really awesome. Also, there aren't that many people that run it, so it is really easy to move along the course without bumping into people all the time, which can be a bit of an issue in some of the bigger races. I obviously hadn't learnt my lesson from doing back-to-back half marathons earlier in the year, so the week after Cheltenham I had signed up to the Cardiff half marathon, and this is the medal that I got from it here. So Cardiff was a lot busier than Cheltenham, but it was really good fun. I absolutely loved it. It was a gorgeous course that went all throughout the Cardiff Bay and through the town, and the Cardiff people were just so supportive. It's one that I would highly recommend doing if you're into like the big cheering crowds on the streets and things like that, because it is so motivating. The final medal I have to show you today is this one here, and this was from the Brighton and Hove 10-mile race in October 2015. It was the first race like this that they'd ever held, but I think it's become an annual event now. And I just love again how big and chunky this medal is. It's very similar to my Brighton and Hackney half marathon medals, and it's just so fun. Like, the ribbon is really bright and colourful. Again, it is one that I would highly recommend, and I think you can enter for next year if you get online now. So that is all the medals I have to show you today. If you would maybe like to see a part 2 when I collect some more in 2016, then just let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to do that. Hit subscribe as well, because I have got loads more videos coming your way. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!